Hi, Steve here. What I want to show you today is the Debert staking plan. Now, what I want to show you is mostly is the Excel version, but we do have, obviously, doesn't need Excel where this one does. This needs Excel 2010 or higher. So let's get into it. What this is a staking plan designed by a French mathematician born over 300 years ago, Jean-Rond Debert, and he looked at the things of mainly on the even monies where you will have runs of outs and runs of wins. That was using a 50-50 scenario, an even stake principle. So he designed this staking plan so that when the losses were going against you, you weren't doing a martingale, you weren't doubling and doubling and doubling and hope you got a winner and then got all your losses back. He worked on the principle of adding only one to the stake. As you see it here, I'm starting the staking plan, the series off at 3, because in this example I'm going to show you we're not using even money chances, we're using the first favourite in the Australian racing last Saturday here at the Metro meetings. So, but his principle was you start with a stake of say 1, and then if that loses you add 1. If you get a winner you minus 1. So if I go to one I've just set up here, this is this principle here. You have the bank and then your starting stake would be 1. You had a loss, you would add 1. You have a win, you would reduce it by 1. So if you had 3 wins in a row, you would be reducing and reducing, but obviously you don't go into negative. So if we look at this example I've just got down here below, which is an Perth races, you can see there the first 2 races there have 1, so the stake stays at 1, 1. The third race, Accelerate, loses, so 1 gets added to it. So our next bet on Mr. Delegator is 2 stakes. You can see in this series here, 3 is the highest that we bet, because we're going up and coming down, and it's reflected in this graph here. The grey is the stake, so you can see there even 1, 1, 1. We had a loss, so we go to 2. We had a win, so we drop back to 1. We had a win, so we stay at 1. We had a loss, there's no blue there, so it goes up to 1. The principle is very simple. The reason for the software in the Excel spreadsheet and the cloud version is obviously to keep a record, because you may only want 1 or 2 bets today, and like this one here you may want to carry on next Saturday and continue, which you can obviously using the spreadsheet or the cloud software. Plus you've got a very visual graph there showing you, the orange line is showing you our profit. And I'll show you the 5 meetings from last Saturday in Australia, just how they went using the Debert staking plan. Sorry if my pronunciation's not right, but I did get it off Google. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. If I go, this is the original stake. If you're going to do even money, say place betting or casino, you can use this on the casino, wherever. If you want to use even money, that's the sort of staking you would use. You'd start with 1, you'd add 1 if you had a loss, and minus 1 after a winner. So that is, as I said, the staking plan there. But because I'm using, if I go to tab 1 now, this is Perth, but this is using the stake of 3. So I'm going to start, my first bet is going to be 3 units. If I have a loss, it will add 1 unit. If I have a win, I'll drop back 2 units. Because if we have a look at the odds there, I'm not only betting at even money. There's one below even money, but these are the first favourites on Betfair just before the off on the 9th. So if we have a look, this is the same figures. If I go back to here, this is it. This is the graph, and this is showing you I made 9 points profit starting off with a stake of 1. But now using the new staking that I like, the stake of 3, and then starting at 3 and then going through it, we can see there made a profit of 15, and it only spent $2 more to make a profit of 15 units, which is a 91% return on investment. Mind you, we did have a 60% strike rate over the 10 races this Saturday. I can't guarantee every Saturday is going to give you 60% winners, but if we just have a look at the tab, this is Perth, Melbourne. We did 44, had 44% winners, but we did have only a small profit of 1.81, a 5% return on our investment. We had to invest $36 because we had 2 losers in a row and then 1 win, and then we had 1, 2, 3. So in the space of 6 races, we only had 1 winner. Then we came home with 3 winners. We did actually have 1 race missing here because that was the Tarkies race, and it was at $1.32 odds, so way too low for what I would get involved in. So that's Melbourne. If we click on to Sydney, we had 10 bets, 24 units spent. Win rate was 40%, so we had 4 winners in the 10 race card for a $10 profit or 42% return on our investment. So you can see there where the blues are missing, they are the races that we didn't have a winner, and the orange one is our overall profit. We did Brisbane. We spent 22 units, 44% strike rate, $10 return, 46.7 return on investment. And the last one is Adelaide. And Adelaide, we had 9 races, spent $20, had a 44% strike rate again. You can see there quite a few missing at the beginning. We had a good 3 in a row at the start, and then we missed 3, and then 1 winner and 2 losing. So we made a loss in Adelaide of 45 cents, a loss on turnover of 2.3% of what we'd spent. So that was just using the favourites. I'm not saying it's going to work every weekend, but this is the last weekend that's just been when I was running it using the Betfair favourite just before the start. So these were the figures of that Saturday. You can see the bets here. We had 47 bets. We spent nearly $120. Strike rate was 46%, and the profit was 37.46 for a return on investment of 37%. And that's it in a graph form. The red one is the amount of money spent betting, and the purple ones are our profit over the 5 meetings. As I said, I don't say it's going to work every weekend, but you can see this weekend 4 of the 5 meetings made a profit, and the one that made a loss was only very small, like 45p or 45 cents. A very sound staking plan in that it doesn't get too far ahead of yourself. What you can do is there's some options here. You can reset. Say if the stakes are getting too high, you can reset. See, at the moment we've got a next stake is coming up is 4. If we hit the reset, what will happen, and we say yes, you'll see that it comes back to our original starting stake up here. So if you had 1 as your starting stake, it would drop back to 1. So that's a reset. Clear data is, if we clear data, that clears all this data here. So we've got no data. We can start fresh. And then we have print. So if we go to tab 1 here, we can export it, which is a great way if you want to keep records, because you can see there now it's giving you the title and it's saving the graph and your work for the day. So you can see here on the 9th of the 10th in Perth, these were all your bets, this was your results. So a great way of keeping records. Also, if we go back, we have the print one here, so we can turn it into print ready, and if we do that, you can see the little area there, it's going to be printing that. Okay, and the user guide, click on that, it will take you to the user guide. Will tell you exactly what I've just told you, plus have this video, or it won't have this video, sorry, it'll have a tutorial video. So that is how Denver Excel staking plan works. As I said, you can, once you put your parameters in here, you can't change them until you reset. So you can't halfway through decide to start minusing 1 because it's already set. The other thing too with commission, if you decide to have a couple of bets with the bookies, you can override the commission column here. So it's set for 7, but if you have 1 at a booking that you can go and put naught in there and it will change all the totals accordingly. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope it's enough to get you enthused to invest in the D'Alembert staking plan. And I mean, if you don't want to buy the spreadsheet, you know the principle of the plan now, but fine if you don't keep the records. This way you can bet only one bet today and have another one tomorrow, look for another one the next day. You can use sports, you can use match odds, you can it's unlimited what you can do, but it's a staking plan that was set around even money. So if you're playing casinos, red, black, etc., then you can most certainly use a staking plan on the casino, and then this is where it will really come handy, because you don't have to worry about working out what your next bet's going to be, because it's all there for you. We've got the 8 tabs down the bottom, which means you can run 8 different series for different things, plus you can make multiple copies of the spreadsheet and keep it on your computer. You can have, maybe you want to keep one spreadsheet for horses, one for dogs, and then you can split them up for different tracks, etc. So what I'll do, this video is running a little bit longer, I will finish this video, hope that you've seen enough to get involved in the staking plan, and I'll do a separate shorter video with the online software, which you don't need Excel and you can use it on your phone, your tablet, your PC, your Mac, whereas this one you need a Microsoft Excel 2010 and better. So on behalf of Michael, myself, Steve, thanks for watching this. I've really enjoyed testing this and using it, and I hope, as I said, you see the merits too. Thanks and all the best. Hopefully I'll see you on the software video. Bye.